Alright guys, another week of game hunting. It was pretty slow this week. It was almost a bust. Like, not quite, but almost a bust. If Craigslist saved the week though. Craigslist saved the week. Couple Craigslist deals. It's definitely saved it for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the garage sale finds. Like I literally dedicated, I was up early Friday, hitting up every garage sale. There was even a neighborhood garage sale. And these two games are the fruits of my labor, so we'll check it out. So I got Geist for $3. I mean, it's got GameStop stickers all over it, and the disc was pretty scratched. I mean, I was walking around this whole neighborhood garage sale. I mean, I just had to buy something. The kid had some PS2 games and some GameCube games, and this is just like one game I didn't have. I was pretty close to beating this one. I rented it and never bought it, but it's a decent game. Kind of interesting. I picked it up for $3. I mean, I hope it works. Eventually get around to finishing it. And I bought, this was a kind of a dumb purchase, but I bought Modern Warfare 2 for $4. I mean, I was just gonna get it to resell it. I mean, it's like probably like a $10 or $12 game, but I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just out garage selling, and this is one of the only things I found that day as well. And then, of course, I was dumb, and I didn't check the condition on the disc, and it has, like the laser burn in it from when you tip an Xbox, and it kind of messes up the disc. So I haven't tested it yet, but it might not work, which really blows. I mean, it's just a waste of $4. I mean, I could have just skipped Friday and be fine not finding these two games, but, I got these two from the garage sales. Kind of a bust. Next up is all the swap meet finds, and also not much here, just not a whole lot. So most of these are, I think, yeah, most of these are really like from one guy. Air Fortress for any Nintendo. This is one I left behind from the other NES haul I got. He still had it, and it was like $2, and so I was just like, you know what? I'll grab this one, because it was like one of the last games I left besides Tetris. So, I went and grabbed this one, and those are from a different guy. I found Dragon Quest VIII in the box, so that was pretty cool. And it's not terribly valuable, but I couldn't pass this up for like the $2 or $3 he charged me for it. And then now for some long box PS1 games. I was pretty excited to find these. I kind of thought these might be valuable, but after going home and looking them up, not so much. I mean, more than what I paid, but not much more. Let's just say that. Battle Arena Toshinden 1 is complete in there. The discs are in decent shape as well. Ridge Racer. And then Battle Toshinden 2, and this is like, this is starting to come off on the side, but the artwork inside this one is really cool. That's why I really like these long box PS1 games. It looks really nice. One thing I don't like though is the discs come loose like super easy, so this would have been a major score. I kind of thought these were valuable, but I mean, I didn't think Ridge Racer was, because, pretty common PS1 game, but yeah, I kind of thought these might have some value to them, but not really. I mean, still cool to find though. Long box PS1 game for $3. Like, how do you even pass it up? Then another vendor, I found the two most beat up N64 games you've ever seen. Zelda Ocarina of Time. I mean, just look at it. What someone did to the freaking label on this thing. It's ridiculous. I have to clean this out. I don't even know if it'll work. I mean, I paid $2 for both of these, so I'm not really gonna complain, because I'm gonna resell these and get some money to go do some more game hunting. So, and God, just the writing on the back, Lolo in time, whatever that says. I mean, God, this is just ridiculous. And then Star Fox, not as bad, but just dirty as all hell. Like, it really makes you wonder what the people do to these games to make them look like this. And then last find for the swap meet today is going to be Mega Man Extreme 2. I don't know if that's just supposed to be a Mega Man X2 port for Game Boy Color or what, but yeah, I picked it up for a few bucks. I thought it was worth it. I did see an Atari printer like in the box. I didn't buy it. I got some footage of it. I didn't buy it, and I was dumb. I didn't even ask him how much he wanted for it, but I just didn't. I just figured since it was a printer, I mean, printers are just things that never, ever, ever hold any value, but just because it was an Atari printer, it might. I saw a sealed one go on eBay for like $70, but I could not like find another one up there. They just don't pop up too often. He has like an Atari, and then I forgot the number. It was for a printer for one of their computer systems. Didn't pick it up. I also did see an Atari 5200 box with a bunch of games. The box is pretty beat up. Don't know why I didn't get any footage of that, but yeah, that was there too. He wanted $50 for it. I just couldn't drop $50 on it. It wasn't worth much more than that. And I'm just not really into like collecting Atari stuff. I'm mostly Nintendo and Sega. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, but that's mostly what I'm going to keep. I mean, if I do find the older stuff, I'll buy it at the right price, but I'm honestly not going to hold on to it. So I'll throw that footage in at the end so you guys can check it out. It's nothing special, not like that C.Asada lot I showed you, but anyway, that would have been it if Craigslist hadn't pulled through for me this week. I mean, honestly, I've had terrible luck on Craigslist. Just people that never respond to texts or emails, or people that actually contact me, and then when I respond, I never get anything back. But yeah, 2 Craigslist deals that definitely probably saved this week and actually made this video worth making. So for starters, another box Super Nintendo. I was pretty happy to find this. This box is in better shape than the other one I got, and this was the one with the Super Mario World bundle. The other one I have just has the system and the controllers only, so I was happy to find different box variant. One thing to mention though, the system is like super yellow. I don't really feel like busting it out, but you all know what it looks like. But it's really yellow. I mean, the system is in good condition and like it's clean, other than the yellowing. I'm really gonna look into that retro bright thing I've heard online. If you guys have heard anything about it, let me know. I want to try it out, but I don't want to like ruin the system in any way. So I'd really like to get it back to its former self, having it boxed and everything, just to kind of retain its value. But yeah, I mean, on my other boxed one, it's like half yellowing on the bottom, but the top is fine. But this one is yellow all over, and it's pretty bad. But I mean, it came with everything in here: manuals, Super Mario World, the controllers, all in good condition. So I was really happy to find that. And it also came with some games. I'm not going to do these in any particular order, but Pilot Wings, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. That was actually the best game he had in this entire lot. Super Mario World. Rival Turf kind of has an interesting cover. 2 like 90s looking dudes on the front. I have no idea what it is. Mortal Kombat 2. And Top Gear. So, I mean, I got all that for, it was $40. So the system and all the games for $40. So I was pretty happy with that. Especially Zelda. I mean, that's going to help recoup some of the money I spent on this. So, yeah. And I don't know if I want to hang on to both my box systems. So if you guys are wanted to trade something, like another box system, like a boxed NES or like a top loader system, I don't know, yeah, hit me up with a trade offer or something, because I don't want to keep both of these. I do want to get rid of one of them. I just don't really have the room to hang on to both of them right now. So next, another Craigslist deal. So I did, yesterday. Here's what I found. The Super Mario Bros. Pinball machine. I had actually, the only reason I actually found all this stuff is because I posted a wanted ad, and that seemed to be the key to everything. That's how I got all three of these Craigslist deals. I'll show you the last one, but yeah, that's how I got all three of these Craigslist deals. None of these people posted these, and I haven't had much luck with people stuff have posted, but on wanted ads, I mean, I got really good luck this week, and this is the week I posted it. So yeah, the Super Mario Brothers pinball machine. It's really kind of a little kid's toy. I had one of these when I was a kid. I don't know what happened to it. My dad might have sold it or got rid of it or something. But funny part is the little I don't even know what you call them. The little pull thing that launches the ball is broken off, and on the one I had, that was actually broken off as well. So that really kind of sucks. The plastic, it has some like scuffs on it, but I mean, it was a kid's toy. It got used. Yeah, it's like a pretty fun little thing. I haven't tested it out yet, but it's just so nostalgic. I mean, I think I paid a little bit too much for it. I paid $45 for everything. So, I mean, I paid a little bit too much for it, but it was just kind of the nostalgia that made me buy it. I hadn't seen one in a long time, and they don't pop up on eBay too much, but they just don't hold a ton of value unless you have it like in the box and in perfect condition. And with this gone, that's really kind of sucks. I gotta find a way to kind of fix that. So then he also said he had two of the Valiant comics, the Zelda ones, and these things are like practically mint, except kind of like the corner there. But I've been looking at these for a long while. I used to have a ton of these, which my dad I think might have also sold a long while back. I still have a couple of like the Mario ones, but I never had a Zelda one. We had issues 2 and 3. Have not read them yet. I'm definitely gonna look through them. I used to read the Mario ones all the time. I mean, I loved these things. And so for the whole lot, I paid $45 there. The magazines aren't worth like a ton, but they're worth more than what I paid. And this, I think I overpaid a little bit for. But the guy was also kind of giving me a sob story about how he's kind of poor and he just moved and didn't really have any money. So I was just like, you know what, man, fine. I'll pay you $45 for everything. So got that. And then here was the next Craigslist deal that I think kind of took the cake, made the week. Well, I don't know. It's kind of on par with the box system. So I love box systems. Okay, a whole box of stuff. So let's go ahead and start with like the Game Boys and stuff. So slot came with 2 Game Boy Colors, both in pretty good condition. That one's got some stickers on it. A Game Boy printer, and then 2 of the Game Boy cameras, 2 of them. So I mean, I was really happy to find this. I mean, a Game Boy camera and the printer and everything. The link cable as well. I never really thought I would run across one of these, but I mean, they're not super rare or anything, but I just don't think there's things you find too often. So I was happy to find like all that stuff. I was like, wow, she kind of just had that in there. I was mainly asking about the Super Nintendo games. That's how she contacted me. Said she has some Super Nintendo games. She listed some good titles, and I was interested, and she brought these along with her. She made a deal on those. Let you know what I paid at the end once I show everything. I'll just start busting out games in no order. I would like to do like the sports games to the better stuff, but I'm just gonna pull them out just for the sake of time. We got Lost Dimension. Looks kind of interesting. I've never seen this game before. One of the cleaner cartridges. I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with this thing, but yeah, cleaner cartridge. IndyCar Challenge, and some of these do have rental stickers on them, unfortunately. California Games 2, sequel to the NES game. Not really a fan of that, so I'm sure this can't be much better. NBA Hang Time. What does that say? Rock and Roll Racing. Stanley Cup. WF Royal Rumble. Tecmo Super Bowl. Foreman for real. I love the title of this. It's just George Foreman punching the crap out of some guy on the cover. Thought that was pretty funny. Another copy of Top Gear. I just realized I got 2 of these copies in the same week. Ken Griffey Jr. Winning Run. Super Baseball. I think, is this one of the Tecmo ones? Yeah, I think it's Tecmo, Super Baseball. Another copy of Pile of Wings. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Don't have this one. I love NBA Jam, so I'm definitely going to be holding on to that one. I don't care what anyone says about sports games. NBA Jam is like the only sports game. It's like one of the best sports games out there. And always worth picking up. Wayne Gretzky. Was a lot of sports in here, but I'm actually getting to the good titles. ESPN Baseball Tonight. American Gladiators. Man, look at that cover. Super Caesar's Palace. I can tell by the stickers, most of these came from a rental store. Some of them did not, though. Wing Commander. Looks kind of cool. Last Action Hero. Super Tennis. And now for the better games. SimCity. Did not have this one yet. I know it was one of the launch titles. It is the greatest hits, but you know, I don't really care too much. Super Mario All-Stars. I have the other label variant of this version. I'm probably going to end up selling it just because I don't really need to do copies of Super Mario All-Stars. I need to recoup my money on some of these games too. Super Mario Kart. Another Greatest Hits edition. Player's Choice, whatever you want to call it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter. I was definitely excited to find this one. This was a rental. You can tell by the sticker residue there. And that, I don't know how to get that little void thing off. It's probably going to be pretty tough. I'm afraid to use the Goo Gone because I don't want to ruin the label. And then here's the game I was most excited for, which is one of the reasons I wanted to meet up with her in the first place. Super Metroid. Did not have this game yet. Was like totally excited when she said she had it. So I was one of the main reasons I wanted to meet up. She didn't even tell me the entire list of games. She just said she had like 30-some Super Nintendo games she was looking to get rid of. So, but she did mention this one, so that was one of the main reasons I wanted to come check it out. So it was like, I think there's something like 30 Super Nintendo games, two Game Boys, Game Boy printer, and 2 cameras. I got all that for $50, and I was pretty happy with that deal. I mean, Super Mario World, TMNT, Mario Kart, and Mario All-Stars, I mean, those right there are worth like $50 altogether, maybe a little bit more. And then, you know, Game Boys, the Game Boy printer, you know, it was a great deal. She had some Pokemon games like Red, Blue, Gold, and Silver, but I mean they had some sentimental value to her husband, so she didn't want. She wanted literally another. She said she wanted another $40 or $50 for just those games. I was like, oh wow. I mean, she knew they were worth something, and then added on to her husband's sentimental value. You know, they can keep them for that. You know, I don't like robbing people of games that they still would want to keep. You know. Because I would hate it if someone did that to me, so she hung on to the Pokemon games, and I always wanted to get Grand Theft Auto 2 for Game Boy Color. She had a bunch of Game Boy Color games. None of them really great. I saw Grand Theft Auto 2 in there. I just thought I'd grab it, and then you know, when I was negotiating the price, I was like $50, and she's like, "Oh, you can have it for $50, but then can I keep Grand Theft Auto 2?" And I was like, "You know what? Sure, that's fine," because you know she still enjoyed the game. I mean, it's literally like a $2 game online, but you know, it had enough sentimental value to her that she actually wanted to take it out of the deal, just so I could get all this. So, you know, it's weird how that sentimental value kind of makes them not want to sell it. So I was like, you know what, fine. So I got all that for $50. Super happy with that. Without these Craigslist deals, this week would have been a bust. I mean, I got some footage from the swap meets of that Atari printer, and then I don't know if I got anything else, but I'll throw that in at the end of the video. Thanks for watching.